And so, so where did this fit in with PH's mission, and kind of why is advocacy strategy important here? Well, I think it's pretty clear that PH has a long history, and it's core to PH's mission to challenge these structures of violence which uphold unnecessary suffering. And of course, like also central to PH's mission is really the advancement of the right to health and the belief that health is a moral right and it is a requirement for everyone to live with dignity. And this is obviously a key reason why we partner with the public sector. Um, and while that's an important framework, um, it's really important that we understand that there are clear links between ill health, unnecessary suffering, and social and power relations. So, ultimately, we need to be able to um, understand and challenge uh, where they show up. Um, and so a couple of the examples provided were around um, pharmaceutical corporations preventing um, equitable access to medicine, and around institutions such as WHO um, uh, implementing and continuing double standards of care based upon whose life is valued based on where you live. And so, like as I guess as Paul always taught us, that we need to be able to understand what these systemic drivers are of these kind of social rules. And, just to put a finer point on it, um, global health um, as a field really is plagued by these kind of low aspirations, as Paul called them. And, as Paul said, the great majority of global health experts are hostages to these failures of imagination. And that's why we're socialized for scarcity on behalf of others, um, resulting in saying things like, we can treat TB, but we, can't treat MDR-TB, or we can give vaccines in Liberia, but not chemotherapy. And so, I mean, it's really rallying against these notions that's obviously core to PH's mission. And um, I'd say that, advocacy strategy is about detailing in very specific ways, with as much rigor as possible, um, how we go about doing this on a day-to-day basis, and how to do it around very specific um, changes in policy and conditions.